Yo, Gio, how's it going? Did you finish Thymesia? Nice. And what's the final rating on the game, if you can give one? 7 out of 10? That's pretty solid. Gives me hope that I'm gonna like it. Should be on too soon. Perfect. You haven't slept well tonight and now you can't go back to sleep because of the heat. I understand completely. That's basically me right now. I slept for like 4 hours. And then I just couldn't, because of the heat. And I don't want to sleep in water because my skin is gonna get all flaky and shit. Or I don't even know what you would call that, like... Yeah. I've been looking at, like, remote air conditioners that I can put in my room. But, yeah, I don't know. Summer's just garbage. But, like, I looked at an air conditioner, like a remote one, not the one you would place, like, on a wall or something like that. And a remote air conditioner is, like, the cheapest one is 250 euros. Man. And I don't want to spend 250 euros on an air conditioner. And that's like the cheapest one, right? Yeah. Man, I was gonna post that Ornstein and Small fight from yesterday. I was gonna post it on Twitter. But then I remembered that if I post it on Twitter, people will actually defend Ornstein and Small. So I was like, you know what? No need for that. I mean, did you see that fucking shit yesterday? Dashing into Smo for like a solid 10 seconds. Like... I mean, there are people defending Calamite when I posted that Calamite tweet. Like, these are all just niche issues that you barely even see. Like, no, it's not. You see it on every single run. I wonder how Gods Can Duo would work in the Ornstein and Small arena. Like, imagine Gods Can Duo in such a big arena. Pretty interesting to see. I think it will work. Like, you would need to tweak the AI a bit, but I think it would work. Okay. Yeah, because the pillars in the Ornstein and Small arena are much taller than the pillars in the Gods Can Duo arena. So you already have, like, a better way of stopping the rolling attack from the Godskin Noble. And it's like consistent. Okay. Got a heal here. Yeah. Probably decently difficult to port the Ornstein and Small arena into Elden Ring. Like, I know people have ported fucking Cleric Beast from Bloodborne into Dark Souls 3 for a mod. And apparently that's very fucking hard because, like, you need to take a PS4 asset and put it in a game that's on PC. Apparently very tough. Yeah. Yeah, you just get to Farum Azula and it's actually Anor Londo. Imagine that. That would be pretty fucking cool. Alright, here we go. Fucking Cumstain and Ho is what I call them. Yeah, not hugging again. Not hugging. Nice. They synced up. We got a bit lucky there. Basically, you want to stay close because if you go away, he can do the dash, the glitchy dash, right? So you want to stay like relatively close, but the problem with that is you can get some pretty nasty attacks if you stay close as well. Good thing we're doing a lot of damage. Okay. He's gonna shovel. I don't like this. Okay. Actually got past Ornstein and Smo. Fucking giga victory. End the stream right now. I'm gonna rename them on the splits. They're gonna be called Cumstain and Ho. In a remake, yeah. I do think DS1 is gonna get a remake one day. Because, like, the game is way too iconic for Bandai Namco to, like, just sit on the game. I think they're gonna do something with it. Firelink Shrine. Alright.
This is the fire.
Okay, warp back to Firelink. Because you look at something like RE4. RE4 is an iconic game, like RE4 OG. Did it need a remake? Not really. It didn't really need a remake. But it got one, right? And I think Bandai Namco is going to look at DS1 as like a very pivotal game in their history of video games, in their like portfolio of video games. And they're going to be like, we should bank on like one of the most iconic games of all time, and we should remake it and like sell it for fucking $60 or something like that. I think it's going to happen. Especially with how popular FromSoft is right now. Seems like a no-brainer. Obviously, what I would want is an actual, like, proper remaster of the game that fixes the glitches and shit like that. Because it doesn't need a remake, right? It just needs to... They just need to fix the glitches with the game. Many, many glitches. Yeah, that's what I mean, like, fix the Priscilla lock-on, finish the actual game, because DS1 is only 60% finished. The entirety of, like, Lost Izalith is unfinished. And I think even Miyazaki said it's like 60% finished, or 70%, something like that. Like, for them to get a chance to finish this iconic game would be pretty fucking cool. And you could even, like, make improvements to the bosses, you know? Introduce some type of... You know... introduce... maybe not Elden Ring type gameplay of, like... You know, exchanging with the boss and stuff like that. Maybe not that far, because you would lose... You know, what makes DS1 so simple. But I wouldn't be opposed to DS1, like... Remaster that fixes and finishes the game. Pretty cool. Because this game deserves better. Like, it really does deserve better. What the fuck? How did I miss? There we go. Okay. Well, I do agree with you. We must think about the fans who would be opposed to any kind of change, like Silent Hill fans. Yeah. I mean, a remake kinda... When you go for a remake, it basically guarantees there's gonna be a lot of change to the game. Because why... I mean, it's a remake, right? It's not a remaster. Yeah, and I mean, like... There's no problem if the game is perfect in their eyes, but saying that it's objectively perfect is completely wrong. Because, like, you see the glitches that I get in this game while I'm running it. You know? You've been here for long enough to to see shit that that happens on the stream. Yeah, they don't know the difference between that. That is true. Bro, these fucking... Like, am I allowed to go now? Okay. I think this is fine. We're gonna be on like 1 HP when we go into the Pinwheel Arena. But I don't think... Like, this is not gonna... Yeah, I think we're fine. And this is a +2 halberd. So we should like 2-shot Pinwheel. So running R1 and then a poke, and he should be dead. The problem with Pinwheel is like he can spawn a clone behind you, and the clone can shoot even after you end the fight. So even though Pinwheel is dead, if his clone is mid-animation of shooting a projectile, he's gonna shoot the projectile. Okay. Damn. Fuck. Okay, we made it. That skeleton can actually fall on your head. Apparently. You gave a try to the old Armored Core games? I wouldn't. I personally wouldn't do that. Because, like, I know how badly those games control. And I feel like AC6 is already, like, so good that I don't need a reason to go back. I would maybe try... I think it's called Armored Core 4 Answer. People generally say that 4 Answer is a good entry into the series. Yeah, the controls are fucking weird. Like... Yeah. I saw a Vati video where he played every single Armored Core game. And he said that the first, like, 3 games he doesn't even recommend because they control so fucking bad. Oh yeah, we gotta set up our TSR. Forgot about that. Back online. Unfortunately, yes. It's not hot right now, but it's gonna get hotter in like 2 or 3 hours. So maybe we can get like 1 run in, maybe get a PB or something. I don't know. I mean, it's going good. We got past Ornstein and Smo, which is already a fucking accomplishment. What do you mean start right now? Yeah, well, I'm saying it's gonna be hot in like 2 to 3 hours in my room. Oh, it started right now? Not for me. I'm still kind of chilling here. Unfortunately, you only have the first 3 AC games. Or you're actually playing it on like hardware that it came out on, Geo? Or are you playing on the Switch? Maybe there's like a Switch collection of the games. On PS5. That's crazy. I didn't know you could play those old games on PS5. That's probably like through emulation or something like that. Because the PS5 does have some type of emulator on it. Even though I heard it's not that good. What the fuck am I doing? Did anyone just see a Hollow fucking kill himself by jumping off the ledge? Okay. I don't even know how he aggroed to that. Never. Yeah, Armored Core 6 was fun. Very fun game. But, man, I've been saying this, like, and Nori agrees with me. I wouldn't really want Project FMC to be an Armored Core game. Like, I'm a fan of Armored Core, I'm a fan of Armored Core 6. But, man, I need another Souls game. Like, it's been 4 years since Elden Ring. Like, 4.5 years, something like that. And I didn't even like the fucking game, so... For me, it's been since, like, 2019. I should probably just punish once here, I accidentally do the explosion. What the fuck is he doing? Okay. Also, the Sekiro team has been missing since 2023. They made Armored Core and they fucking dipped. So they have to be working on something. Bruh, bro was hanging on fucking 1 HP. Okay. I mean, I fucking hope so. I really hope so. I just think that... And this is like a very reductive take that I'm about to say. Because people are obviously excited for Duskbloods. But I'm kind of sad that Miyazaki, for the last few years, has put all his effort into a Nintendo Switch exclusive. I wish he you know, maybe he's working on other things as well, but like, I just find it kind of a waste that he gave all his talent for the past few years to Duskbloods. Yeah. Because like as much as I want to think that Duskbloods will be like, you know, it will be a good game. I think it's gonna be a good game, but I just can't imagine enjoying that on a Nintendo Switch. You know, like a Souls game on a Nintendo Switch, especially like Duskbloods, which supposedly has like Sekiro and Bloodborne combat system, I just don't see it. Like maybe I'm just not in tune with like you know how the industry works. But like FromSoft has enough money to publish the game themselves, right? Or am I missing something? Like, why couldn't Duskbloods be made just by FromSoft without any funding from anyone else? I think they have a lot of fucking money. And I mean, I know they don't work with Bandai Namco anymore, but if they had released, or if they had partnered up with Bandai Namco, the game would have released on every single platform. So PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox. So I don't know why you don't go to like Bandai Namco. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's just like a timing issue, I guess. You know, if the timing had been a bit different for Elden Ring, maybe we could have had Duskbloods on PC. But again, like if you go on the Duskbloods website, it says that FromSoft owns the game and Nintendo is only the publisher. So maybe it's my copium that the game's actually gonna come to PC one day. But that's the thing though. Even if the game comes on PC like years later, all of the hype from the game is gone. Like you didn't experience the game with the community when it came out. You know, you kind of lose on the experience of the Duskbloods, since you didn't engage with the community at the launch of the game and stuff like that. And it's a multiplayer game, like, so that goes even that means even more for a multiplayer game. Did I? Oh, I didn't upgrade my fucking... That's fine. I think it is gonna live multiple years, as long as they don't, like, abandon it like Night Rain. Which I don't think is gonna happen. I don't think Nintendo's gonna allow them to abandon the game. They're gonna be like, fucking keep updating this shit, or we're gonna kill you. Are you serious? Fucking... I mean, look, DS3 PvP still is, like, active after 10 years. FromSoft games stay very active, like, throughout the years. But it's different when it's, like, a Nintendo Switch. You know? And this Hydra is just not letting me get a hit in. Dude, I'm just wasting bombs at this point. See, the Hydra is actually very easy. It's just... For some reason it doesn't... Oh, there we go. Dude! Fucking missed again, bro. I'm so stupid, dude. I'm actually fucking... I should have just gone for the right one. Because the head in front of me keeps pulling back too fast. Five bombs. Alright, that's what I should have done from the very beginning. Instead of attacking the head in the middle, just go for the one on the right. Nintendo keeping FromSoft in the basement like Netflix with Alex Hirsch. Who's Alex Hirsch? I feel like I should know that. Oh, Gravity Falls. I've never seen that show. I heard it's pretty good. I think Neil deGrasse Tyson voices a pig in that show. Okay. Ring of Fog. I mean, my biggest FromSoft copium right now is that the Sekiro anime will somehow make FromSoft do a Sekiro sequel. Like, if the anime is, like, popular enough, maybe they're like, you know, there's more to this story and there's more we can do with the game. I know. I know. Also, where the fuck is... Oh, there we go. Look at it, like, man, I barely noticed that summon sign. You can't see the summon sign, look at this. You only, like, because the water hides the summon sign, look at this. Like, almost didn't fucking find it. I think the summon sign, it spawns in this general area, but it's RNG where it exactly spawns. Like, it can spawn anywhere.
If there were to me,
Alright, we need to level up intelligence to 14. Okay. Reinforced weapon to +3. Attune magic, hidden body. And Orlando. Oh my god, wait a minute. I forgot to buy a staff. I knew I forgot to do something. It was just on my brain. Souls ARG. ARG stands for like augmented reality something. I'm pretty sure. I've seen like a few ARGs. I like ARGs. Alternative reality game. Yeah. Souls ARG. I will check it out. If you can link it, maybe you can add me on Discord and link it on Discord. Well, you can just send it in chat, and I'll take a look at it later. But there was an ARG a few years ago that was done so well that people actually thought the guy was like... the guy was in a true situation of like danger. Like, and this was like 10 years ago at this point, like maybe even more. The guy apparently lived in the part of the world where the sun didn't exist. And weird people would show up to his house and like walk around his house at night. And it was done so well that people in the comment section were like, this has to be real. And then he revealed like years later that it's an ARG. Even though, you know, anyone with a brain could tell it's an ARG. But still, it's cool. It's pretty cool. Like, the sun just didn't rise in the world where he lived. Like, he was completely without sun. And, man, these fucking enemies, dude. And the way it's like found footage type shit. And he did it so well. It was the backrooms before the backrooms. The guy was like advanced. Pretty much. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. Well, he's not dead. Why is my damage so low? It's like... Nah, it shouldn't be this low. Yeah, it's I forget the name of the video, but you can just like, you can probably find it if you type like no sun ARG or like man without a sun. This is +3. Crystal Halberd +3, so why is it doing like no fucking damage to the other enemy? Weird. You think you found it? Yeah. I mean, it was pretty well known back in the day. Like, it gathered a lot of attention after some time. Because it was done so well. Like, nowadays it looks kind of maybe silly because everyone nowadays does like backrooms videos and shit like that. But yeah, it was pretty cool. The sun vanished, yes. Yeah, that's the one. Oh yeah, we gotta distract this enemy. Thanks for falling off. Yeah. Perfect fit. That's like a completely new market that people are not exploiting for videos. Man, I kind of don't like what Soul's content creation has turned into. Because everyone nowadays is like... You see a bunch of those videos like... Elden Ring veteran plays Dark Souls for the first time, and then he's like... Or everyone makes those videos like... Sekiro, a misunderstood masterpiece, and it's like... Everyone wants to be like... some type of like analysis YouTuber that analyzes games, because like... Obviously nothing wrong with that, but it's such an overcrowded place at the moment. Like everyone is analyzing something, or maybe that's just my like recommended feed on YouTube, and I just get recommended those videos. But I think like, and this is like obviously not a very good example, but I think people see Joseph Anderson and they see him making like those hour-long videos of like analyzing games, and they're like, well, I want to, you know, say something as well, and then they make videos. Obviously, Joseph Anderson is not a good example of that because his takes are usually very like trash. Even some Witcher 3 takes. Even though everyone likes The Witcher 3. Or, you know, his videos on The Witcher 3. Brother, I'm inside the fucking boss. What the fuck was that? Nah, this game is so jank. Is a plague. I'd agree with that. So I'm gonna level up here. We're gonna do Dex 38. I think that's enough. We never level stamina in this run. Just because I don't think we don't need it. Because like casting magic in Dark Souls 1 doesn't take up any stamina. At least Darkbeat doesn't. So I don't think we need stamina. He's so uninteresting as a critic. So, see, it's one thing calling his takes shit, but I've never seen someone say that he's uninteresting as a critic. Even though, you know, I don't really watch Joseph Anderson, so I wouldn't know if that's true or not. But I believe you. I just think Joseph Anderson is a dude that really likes the sound of his own voice, and he thinks he's very, very smart when he's not. I mean, he's not fucking stupid, but like, he's also not very smart. And like I said, he likes the sound of his own voice. Fucking probably jacks off to it, and you know, thinks his opinions are untouchable and shit like that. Also, there has to be a faster way to set up RTSR here. No way is this fucking slow. Like, I remember I don't know why I was in his stream, because he streams on Twitch as well when he plays video games. And I didn't know that, and I thought like, oh, it's Joseph Anderson streaming on Twitch. Which is very weird because you know him from YouTube and like stuff. So I tuned into his stream and he was playing Silksong. Hollow Knight Silksong, right? And he was just finishing up Act 3 of the game. And everyone in his fucking stream, all of the chatters in his stream were sucking his fucking dick so hard. They were all like, Joseph, when are you going to do the analysis video on Silksong? Joseph, when's that going to release? Oh my god, Joseph, I had the same opinion as you on Silksong. Oh my god, we're like the same person, Joseph. Bro, it was so... And I was like, bro, this has to be the most brainwashed fucking community I've ever seen in my life. Like, imagine sucking up to someone so hard. You're begging him to release the video on the Silksong. And then, as soon as he fucking got to the credits of the game, people were like, what's your take on it? What's your opinion on Silksong? What do you have to say? It's like, calm the fuck down. It's like a hive mind of people. The problem is that his analysis are shallow. He deadass doesn't do a lot of research, and the ER video shows it so much. I actually saw maybe 5 minutes of that Elden Ring video, and then I just didn't bother listening further. But yeah. I heard he had a bad Silksong boss stake. Honestly, I agree. Like, he has some good points about Silksong. I think the quest system of Silksong is not very well done. Like, the fact that you need to unlock Act 3 by doing quests, like every single quest in the game, I think it's very like... I don't think that was a good decision. I think quests are very undercooked in Silksong. But I've never heard his takes on the bosses. I might need to look at that. But what's the... Okay. As long as he doesn't fucking... Look at that damage. That's fucking counter damage right there. Oof. There we go. That was pretty fucking close. From what I heard, he was bitching about boss moves when he was literally moving into them like a moron. A lot of people complained about Silksong having contact damage, even though the first Hollow Knight had contact damage. Yeah, that was pretty scary. My biggest complaint with Silksong is, and this is not really a complaint, it's more of my opinion on how the game was built. The kingdom in Silksong doesn't feel nearly as cohesive as the kingdom from the first game. Like in the first game, it really felt like you were moving through a kingdom of like bugs and like everything made sense. But in Silksong, the regions are way too different to consider this like a cohesive kingdom that actually can exist and like functions as a I don't know how to explain it, but like I think Hollow Knight 1 did better in that regard. Because like in Silksong you have like the garden, which is the first area, and then you have like the lava area, then you have like a mountain to the left, and it all feels kind of disconnected in the grand scheme of it being a kingdom, right? I don't know. I still had a lot of fun with Silksong, and I think the variety in regions is very welcome compared to the first game. Yeah, I've never heard anyone have the stake. But then again, I don't really follow Hollow Knight people online. Wait, whoa. He sells black fire bombs. That's pretty interesting. And he sells an infinite amount. I didn't even know that. That's kind of useful, actually. Because, like, going to the sewers for Gaping Dragon, there are some spots where you want to use black fire bombs. I actually, speaking of like analysis videos, I actually had one on my channel. And then I deleted it because I just didn't want my channel to be that, like analysis and shit. I decided it was just gonna be like casual, like challenge runs or like no-hit runs. Plus, I didn't really put in much effort into the video. Like, I didn't get the footage that I wanted. And, like, the script was done in, like... I wrote the script in, like, 30 minutes. It was not very well done. What was it about? It was about the open world of Elden Ring. Because at the time, I was so disappointed with the open world of VR that I just had to voice my opinion somewhere. Like, I just needed to vent, you know? And I thought YouTube would be the best, like, choice for that. Oh, yeah, he's gonna... spin. Honestly, I probably shouldn't even punish that. Okay. Basically, I wanted that video to be more expansive than it was. Because since I didn't have footage, because I was fucking lazy to record, and shit like that, I just thought it was like half-assed. Even though, like, it had 600 views, which was the most for my channel at the time, and it had like 15 likes and like a few comments. I still have the script for that video somewhere in my like notepad. Yeah, thanks for the GG. Honestly, probably the only Metroidvania I want to play right now is Crowsworn. Crowsworn has been delayed so many fucking times at this point. Like, the game was supposed to come out in like 2024. And it's now 2026. Yo, Lilu. Have you started playing Mio? Not yet. Not yet. I will though. Also, the studio closed. The Mio studio closed down. So I'm gonna be like, is it gonna be pretty sad while I play the game? I hate people who say that gaming is dead, and then they only play fucking FIFA and NBA 2K. Like, that irritates the fuck out of me. Green everywhere? Or this enemy is like dying in a very dramatic way. Okay. Those people shouldn't have opinions on gaming? I agree. Oh, no hits. Fair. Just wait until Calamite. We're just gonna fight Calamite real quick and take fucking 5 hits. Easy bet for the doubters of the run. That area is kind of sus, I'm not gonna lie. Like, very... I don't know. Plague of Gripes? No... But I feel like I've heard that name before. I mean, dude, just wait until fucking November. In November, you're gonna see the most annoying fucking Twitter discussions of all time. When GTA 6 comes out, it's gonna be... I'm deleting my fucking Twitter account. Bro, it's gonna be insufferable, bro. You will not be able to open Twitter without seeing some dog shit fucking Rockstar fanboying over the game. He's a veteran in the community who made a few fun animations. Oh, is that the... Well, those animations are fucking old at this point, I think. They're pretty old. If it's the same person we're thinking about. I think even Gino Machino voice acted a character in one of his videos, like a Souls character. Yeah, we're gonna have a new generation of horseballs. Wait, for real, yeah? There was a YouTuber, maybe it's the same guy you're talking about, but a lot of people from the FromSoft community, like Gino, Nems, Squillakilla, CBD, they voice acted Souls parodies on his YouTube channel. And he would like make Souls parodies. Shesman? I don't know. But yeah, like a lot of those people are no longer active in the Souls community, except like Gino and CBD. They're still like create content and shit. I don't really like that attack. Brother. Okay. The Prold? Man, like... Bro, I don't know any of these people. I feel like a stranger. Yeah, I gotta sit here. Unhinged animations back in the day. Damn. Man, I miss those days. I really do. Like, the Souls community was still big. But man, after Elden Ring exploded with like 50 million copies, it's completely different now. Oh, really? I wonder how Armored Core fans feel about what FromSoft has become. Like old fucking Armored Core and like Kingsfield fans. You know? Every few generations you just get left behind. You see him on a timeline? I've never seen like someone complaining about... I've seen them like maybe once or twice. But like not often does someone complain about like Armored Core 6. But I do believe you, like... It's very possible. See, someone who is an old head... Someone who is a Souls old head and like Souls boomer, as you would call it, is a person who refuses any type of change for the Souls games or like Armored Core games. And even though I would say like I'm an OG Souls fan, I started playing like 11 years ago or like 12 years ago. I still support like, I want changes to happen, right? I want changes to happen. But I do also miss how the community was smaller before Elden Ring. Also, Lilo, thanks for the 10 stream streak. Damn. I think you're the highest streaker in the chat. Maybe Eric, but yeah, I don't know about that. Appreciate it. Also, how do you like the Channel Poets icon? It's like an iced tea. Fits really well. I know. It's kind of too pixelated. For yeah, it's fine, I guess. You became a Souls fan 5 to 6 years ago. So just before Elden Ring, I guess, when Elden Ring got announced. It's so small that it can be seen anyways, yeah. Yeah, I became a Souls fan because a friend in high school, he had PS Plus. Or actually, wait. No, he had a copy of Bloodborne. And I had a PS4 at home as well. So he gave me a copy of Bloodborne to play the game. And at first, I fucking hated it. Like, I didn't understand what people saw in Bloodborne, but he was telling me, like, this, once you understand it and, like, get into these, trust me, it's the best experience of your life. And then I played Bloodborne more and more and more, and now I have fucking 600 hours on the game. And I've been, you know... It's like love at first sight. Well, it wasn't really because I didn't like the game at first. Or the genre, but... I came around. And then, like, when it was time for me to return back the copy to my friend, like the CD case, the exact same day, I went to my local, like, video game store, and I bought the copy for myself. And then I bought a digital copy later on as well. For, like, a few other people. Like, I bought one for my sister, I bought one for 2 other friends. Just because I wanted people to play Bloodborne. Because it really, at the time, it was unlike anything else that I had ever played. You just used to like it? She never finished it. She got stuck on Shadows of Yharnam, and she never finished the game. Even though she was very close to killing Shadows of Yharnam. But yeah, she never finished it. She beat Vicar Emilia pretty fast, actually. Considering it was her first Souls game and like... Yeah. But I have also bought Sekiro copies for people, like at least 3 people I bought them Sekiro as a gift. Brother, this fucking boss is so ass. Yeah, come here. No, no turning. See, he's up against the wall. I'm not even gonna engage that. There's no point. Like, he can get pushed around by invisible geometry if you're near a wall. That's not a risk that I'm gonna take. It's just not worth it at this point in the game. Can I kill him here? Nice. Alright. See, like, that boss, man, it's so bad, bro. Like, it really is bad. You gotta think of, like, 15 different things while fighting it. My first true experience was with Osiris. Oh no. You got the worst fucking introduction of all time into the series. Fucking Osiris. And here's the thing though. This is gonna sound fucking stupid. But I actually like Osiris. Like, the insta charge is obviously dog shit. And the arena is obviously dog shit. But I still like the boss. I don't know why. Like, it's one of those things where you're like, the boss has insane glaring issues, but I still like it. Even though it's like a D tier boss. Like, yeah, that's the one with the baby. Like the baby screaming in the background. Modify Manus Catalyst. Okay. Wasn't too bad at all. I mean, yeah, if you have like enough damage and you have good defense, you don't really, like, that's the thing what I said about challenge running a few days ago, to really see the issues that these bosses have, you need to do some type of like low damage run. And once you see those issues in low damage, you actually start seeing them in casual playthroughs. For example, like Calamite. Or not Calamite, let's say Osiris. Yeah, let's use Osiris. That insta-charge, you don't give a fuck about the insta-charge on a casual playthrough. Because, like, it's not gonna one-shot you, right? But as time goes on and you, like, get more knowledge in the game, you start seeing that the holes in the fight. Also, I probably should just go back to Firelink Shrine. My friend who had the game passed me the controller to try and I somehow won with 1 HP left. That's fucking crazy. That's like the weirdest Souls origin story I've ever heard in my life. Imagine getting introduced to these games with fucking Osiris, of all things. Humanity, yeah, we sell all that shit. Sell this, sell this. Okay. Being traumatized by his charge attack. See, and then someone at FromSoft, or someone who is defending the fight, would say like, oh well, FromSoft intended you to block that insta-charge with a shield. And technically, they're not. Their argument kinda like is not invalid. Like, sure, maybe they made it that way so you block it. But like, it's still such a fucking stupid argument in my opinion. Like, it doesn't make any sense. $38. Okay. Again, I feel like I missed something and I just can't... I'm like paranoid I missed something. Now we're going to Moonlight Butterfly. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, I agree on that, Lilu. Yeah, I think Osiris, even with all his problems that he has, is still a better fight than ONS. You do learn. Like, you do learn how to dodge the insta-charge. And, like, how to navigate the arena in the best way possible. Even though you're basically fighting in, like, a hallway. His arena is like a hallway. It's tight as fuck. The geometry is completely fucked up. But you do learn something. In ONS, I don't think so. You learn... like game sense, you get some general game sense on how to fight ONS. But like, nah. Still no, that's, yeah. Remember Bladder saying the move ain't bugged? I mean, that guy's just a fucking idiot. Like Bladder, I said Bladder. I made Blader. I call him Bladder because his takes are fucking piss. He said that it's okay because the Ninja Gaiden games have 0 frame moves. But what he does understand is that Dark Souls 3 is not a Ninja Gaiden game. So that argument is completely fucking stupid. Oh, you have a meeting? I'll answer that question when you come back. Like, maybe in Ninja Gaiden, it works, having 0 frame moves and whatnot. But this is Souls we're talking about. Like, Dark Souls 3 is a Souls game. And in these games, it just doesn't work. You can block almost all attacks. I see what I mean? But Baladr seems smart because he talks a lot of, like, he talks a lot, you know? And he has a good following of people who think he's very smart. It's basically like Pirate Software. I don't know if you're familiar with that situation. Pirate Software is a fucking idiot, but he seems smart because he talks a lot. But, like, and that's the thing. People who talk a lot look very smart, and they look like they know what they're saying. But once you actually look deeper into what they're saying, you realize it makes no sense. Because we literally have proof that Osiris's Instacharge is a 0 frame startup. That there's literal math behind that, like numbers and that you can actually see. So his take is objectively incorrect. I think Nemi posted a link to the Osiris Instacharge, and you can literally see it has a 0 frame move. No one's like hiding that. His original post about Souls integrating insta attacks could be interesting, but using Osiris Charge is stupid as fuck. Yeah, I don't know how to answer that. I need to like think about it more. But in theory, I'm also not against like insta attacks as long as your positioning and good mindset in a fight can avoid the insta attack. The problem with Osiris is, yes, you can avoid the insta attack, but it requires you to play like a fucking idiot in order to do so. That's the problem with Osiris. Because you gotta roll after every single attack he does, or like every single time he turns towards you, you gotta roll forward. Because the next attack could be the charge attack, right? And that's not very smart. That's not smart design. And Gino had a good discussion a few months ago on his stream. Someone in chat asked, like, a boss that you can't do hitless, is that a good boss? Like, let's say the boss has a certain melee move or something like that you just can't avoid unless you take damage. And then someone said, is that good design if you can't hitless that boss? And then, yeah, I don't know. Because like people in recent years have like got accustomed to like no hitting every single Souls boss. So the idea of a Souls boss that you just can't avoid a certain attack is very like foreign and alien to most people. And that's why I don't know how to answer that question. Right? I would want every boss to be hitlessable if you're good enough at the game. See, okay, Nihil, I can forgive that because that's like a phase transition type thing that's, you know, always scripted and shit like that. I'm talking about a move during like the actual melee fight with a boss. Like an undodgeable move that you just have to block or you have to take damage. Because, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I can forgive Nihil because it's like basically a phase transition for phase 2 for Mohg. Yeah. It is a weird question. You would have a problem with it? I mean, I would too. But then again, like, people saying that Souls bosses shouldn't always be hitlessable they also have a valid point. Because, like, there is no good argument as to why every single boss in the game should have a hitless mindset around it. Like, you know what I'm trying to say. Because, like, people watch content creators like Gino Machino, fucking CBD, Captain Domo, you know, and they got accustomed to all of these like challenge runs and hitlessing the bosses and people being able to do that. So of course, people in the community are like, man, it would be pretty weird if a boss had a melee move that you just couldn't dodge. And I just don't have the answer to that, like... I don't know how to answer that, because technically there's nothing wrong with a boss that you can't dodge, and you just gotta tank or block a certain move. But then again, it sounds like shit to me, at least. Even though there's no counter-argument to that. Also, I forgot to level up. I don't think it matters, fuck it. $38. Man, I've been talking so much, I need to drink something. Fucking yapping 100 miles per hour. Okay. Okay, one shots. Cool. I'm gonna read that, I just gotta lock in for this section. Because we are on a timer here. If the buff runs out, we can't kill the ghosts. So I gotta take this a bit quicker. Yeah, these ghosts shouldn't be here. Okay. So far, so good. Now, there is like a sketchy part here because they can... Yeah, you see that? They can linger around the edge. There is one more ghost here. Please, just die. Man, that is fucking annoying. Like, 'cause like... Oh, there it is. There we go. Yeah, those ghosts down in the water are like very annoying because they have weird like AI. Okay. Okay, let me read this right now. Like, if it was only one boss based on a gimmick of you're on a time limit, so you must beat him before he depletes your health, then I would be cool with it. Like, if it was a no heal boss where you're basically trading hits for hits, it could be cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's... yeah. Like, if there was a boss where you're on a timer, so you need to be aggressive because of that timer, that is pretty cool, I'd say. Like, the timer is what's making you aggressive. Because you're fighting for your life, basically. And you don't want to die, obviously. It's kind of like Spelunky, which is a very weird comparison. But in Spelunky, you have 3 minutes to like go through a cave, and if in those 3 minutes you don't go through a cave, an unkillable ghost spawns into the level and follows you around until like you leave or you die. And the thing is, if you know how the ghost behaves and you can like move him around, you can actually use the ghost to make more money for you in the run. Because the ghost, every time the ghost touches an object, it creates gold and gems. So you can literally, if your positioning is good, you can make the ghost hover over like gems and items and turn them into money. And it's like risk-reward trade-off. Like, if you're good enough at managing the unkillable presence in the level, it actually rewards you. So I think that's kind of cool as well. Okay, so we have Crown of Dusk, Artiasar, Abyss Ring. Okay. If he does a frisbee, we're kind of cooked. Oh. Classic. Okay. That lasts for way too fucking long. Yeah, but I recommend Spelunky. If you have... it's very cheap, and it's an old game at this point. But very charming, and like, it's a roguelite. It's a roguelite game. Spelunky mechanics, I think, are ahead of their time when it comes to the rest of the industry. That game had some very cool ideas, and other developers are still like catching up to that. Very cool game. Okay, now we need to switch. There's also a sequel to the game, which is equally as good. I'd say even a bit better, maybe. But the ghost is much more dangerous, and I think the first game deals with the ghost better. The first game has more solid mechanics than the sequel, even though the sequel has more content and, you know. But yeah, I played the first one. I don't know if you ever played like UFO 50. It's like a collection of games, old school games. It's the same guy who made Spelunky who made that. Okay, 4 Kings is done. Fuck this boss. Doesn't ring a bell? No. Man, we still have like so much fucking left. For some reason, I'm not very nervous, even though we are deep in the run. I don't know why. Bro, wake up. Yeah. Feed item. Humanity. Okay. Cool.
Farewell, chosen undead.
Centipede Demon is gonna be interesting. Centipede Demon is gonna fucking rail me. I have a feeling. But that boss is garbage. So... if the arena was a bit better, then maybe I would give it a chance. Like say, oh, this boss is actually kind of decent or whatnot. But it just doesn't work. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. I was gonna say Capra Demon is the worst camera in the game. But no, Centipede is worse. Okay. Also, I don't know if this is just me, but I hate that we have to go down here again all the way through Blighttown. I think that the Sister of Chaos bonfire should be unlocked down there. Like, if you touch it, it should be unlocked. So you can use, like, the Lord Vessel to teleport there, or whatever. I'll always be grateful for that ceiling glitch on my first win. I've never actually seen the ceiling glitch. Maybe vividly I remember something like that, but I don't think I've ever seen footage of that. See, that's a good glitch. That's a glitch that they shouldn't remove from the remaster or remake, right? That should be in the game. Is the glitch consistent? Like, can you do it consistently? Like, send them through a ceiling? Oh, you don't think so? Also, DS1 has a glitch where your character can randomly roll even though you didn't touch the button. Like, you could be, like, standing right here. You know, just looking at the fucking scenery. And your character will, like, roll forward out of nowhere. Because you have a stored roll from, like, 3 minutes ago that decided to happen right now. So, like, me doing this is not actually safe. Because I could roll off the edge here if the character decides to do so. I think that's how it works. I would need to ask someone else. Yo, Lilu, welcome back. Also, my favorite after Bloodborne is Sekiro, to answer your previous question. So yeah, Bloodborne and Sekiro, and honestly, it can change any day. Like, if you ask me tomorrow, I'd maybe say Sekiro. Those games are, like, interchangeable for me. But yeah, if you liked Lies of P, but you want a more complex system than Lies of P, then Sekiro I really recommend. Sekiro influenced a lot of games that came out, like, in the last few years. Yeah, unfortunately the game doesn't go on sale that often. And when it does go on sale, it doesn't go below $30 most of the time. So it is kind of like an elusive game to get. Unfortunately, but yeah, you'll figure it out. Okay, we have... Okay. See, like, this is not safe. Me standing here and, like, lining up my shots. I don't feel safe doing this because my character could roll forward. The last save was like 30-40%. Man, the game is like 6 years old at this point. Just put it at like $15 or like $10. But I know what they're doing. They're like, the Sekiro anime is coming out soon, or like in a few months. So they want to bank on the game making money. So it probably won't go on sale, on a big sale at least, until like next year. Have you ever played a Neo game? Never before. A lot of people say that you should skip Neo 1 and go to Neo 2 because it's a very clear improvement over the first game. But Neo 1 is also like very worth playing. I recommend it. Even though Neo 1 is like, I don't know how to explain it, like it has a good combat system, but it feels like something is missing from the combat system, and then Neo 2 fixes that, I think. But yeah, I hope you like the game. You should do like a ranking list of all the games you've played throughout the year, like Thymesia, Neo. Okay. Stupid ass boss. I should have waited. I greeted that second hit. I just wanted to get it over with. Because when the Asylum, or not Asylum Demon, but when the Stray Demon is jumping, he can actually get stuck on these roots that you can see right here. That he has those in his arena. He can actually get stuck on those and like lag behind. And then you dodge at the wrong moment because the animation got like delayed by the roots. It's just fucking jank, you know. Classic Souls jank. But yeah, you can play Neo 3 and Neo 2 basically seamless co-op. I think Neo 3 has seamless co-op, like integrated into the game. Yeah, like you can go through the open world with a friend. I think I saw that before the game launched. I don't know how good it is because I've never tried it. But apparently you can, yeah. Okay, that. Alright. If he doesn't give me good RNG, I'm gonna bone out. I'm just gonna bone out of the fight. Okay. That was pretty good. I probably should use a mouse and keyboard for that fight, because you need to aim the Dark Bead. Okay, and then we need Fog Ring, reduces lava damage. Okay, there we go. I heard Neo had a PvP thing. It has PvP, and the PvP in Neo is very interesting. You can challenge... Well, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. You'll see. But it's not really PvP in, like, what you would think the PvP is. RE4 Remake co-op? Really? But yeah, I mean, Gio, you can play Neo 2, specifically, for fucking thousands of hours, creating builds, you know, creating, like, armor sets. It's fucking insane, like, but it's also very overwhelming. The Neo games are very overwhelming. At least in my opinion. but I do recommend. But once you understand all the systems and combos you can do, because you can do combos. You can assign skills combos with different weapons. Like, the depth of that game is crazy. Like, actually crazy. But only if you get into it. A lot of people just don't even give it a chance because it's very overwhelming. And it doesn't really explain much. So... But I think Neo, and Neo 2 specifically, makes very good use of its stamina bar. The stamina bar is a very important resource in the fight, and you'll see what I'm talking about once you play the game. They got that right. I can tell you that. I wish more games did it like that, but... But yeah, RE4 Remake has co-op. I haven't actually seen that. I've seen that The Last of Us 2 has co-op now. You can play like the entire game co-op with a friend. Also, Dark Souls 2 is getting seamless co-op. Or maybe it already has. So get a line. There we go. Right, please do not miss this. Okay. If you want to try, let me know. I'm down. I'm down. We'll see. I need to install the game first. Because I was helping a friend route RE4 Remake no hit. And I was using his save files and the entire game got fucking fucked up. I don't know how that happened, but yeah. Yo, Vomit, how's it going, dude? Isn't it like 1 AM in Australia right now? RE4 in a long ass time. I love RE4 Remake. Remake specifically. And I'm very excited for Code Veronica Remake. I think Code Veronica is going to be very good. It's being made by the same team that made RE2 and RE4. So, I have high hopes for that. Oh, 6 PM. Right. Well, good luck at work. when it comes to RE games. I am, definitely. After RE3 Remake, I'm worried. Also, there's like apparently they're working on a DMC1 remake and like Resident Evil 0 remake. But Resident Evil 0 is not being worked on by the main team. I think it's being made by the team that made RE3. But yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. It's not that bad. I have to disagree with you. I think it's pretty fucking bad. But I also don't think Village is a very good game. But I already talked about that on stream. Okay. The thing with Village that I fucking despise is the devs spent a good amount of the marketing for the game telling you how, you know, this is a survival horror experience, you know, you're gonna have to manage your resources, you're gonna have to backtrack, solve puzzles and shit like that. And the game never becomes that. Like, you get to Castle Dimitrescu, which is like the main attraction of the game, and it's a linear section through the castle. And I was like, am I missing something? You know, no, it's just, that's the game. Like this huge castle that you could have used for like, you know, puzzles, backtracking, stuff like that. It's a linear section where you run away from like the vampire sisters. I don't know, it was just disappointing to me. And then the DLC for that game is also pretty bad, like, I don't know. I just hope that Code Veronica is good. That it's a good survival horror experience. You know what I mean? Also, there, like, Silent Hill 1 remake. We're getting that, like, next year. That's gonna be interesting as well. Because Silent Hill 1, I think, is the best Silent Hill game. That's, like, a hot take I have. Most people will say it's like Silent Hill 2 or something. No, not Downfall. The original Silent Hill 1 is getting a remake by Bloober Team. Even though, yeah, Downfall also comes out. It's a different game. But yeah. So this is the distance PB, by the way. This is where I got hit by a fucking torch hollow on this staircase up here. So hopefully we can avoid that this time. Yeah, it was very weird. They spent like 30 minutes talking about like their hometown. Like, okay. Well, why do we care? Very weird marketing campaign. Okay. You haven't played the first Silent Hill? Play it. Just, I don't think the remake is gonna do it justice. The first game has this very interesting atmosphere and very good camera work in certain sections that like enhance it so much. Like the very first sequence of that game is so iconic. There's no way they do it better in the remake. Like there's no fucking way. Because the remake is gonna have a classic third person like behind the shoulder camera that's completely gonna ruin that scene. So yeah, play the OG if you have the time. Better camera than an SH2? You mean like OG SH2? Or remake? OG? No, the camera, like, Silent Hill 1 camera is still pretty bad. I'm just saying that the direction they use for some scenes for the camera is very iconic. And you're gonna lose all of that when they switch it out for, like, your classic third-person camera like they do in all of the modern remakes for survival horror games. So yeah, I really recommend playing the original. Even though the camera is jank. And the controls are jank, and the combat is jank. But, yeah. No fucking way.
Why?
No, I'm getting out of there. Holy fucking shit, dude. I'm doing all of that again. I don't give a fuck. No, I didn't get hit. Bro. Why did I rush that? Like, just stand behind her and fucking one-shot the boss. Why did I rush that? I'm so stupid, dude. Actually. I'm just, you know, I'm just rushing this area because I fucking hate it. And I want to get out of here, like, as soon as possible. That scared the fuck out of me, bro. Man, okay. Let's not do that again. Popuši mi kurac. The first word you didn't get right, but you probably don't have that letter in your language. The one that you're supposed to use. Man. I mean, that's classic. That's classic. For the Silent Hill community. Like, they think they know better than the people who made the game. Which, in some cases, is not that far from the truth. But the game director of Silent Hill 2 said multiple times that he designed Pyramid Head to be like James's own personal demon. And then they think they know better than him and what he designed. And they're like, no, it's not actually... What the fuck are you saying? It's not actually that. Like, what? it's a completely different thing that you didn't even think about. Okay, we have a problem right now. And I didn't really think about this. That knight down there, at the end of the hallway, he usually drops down, but now he's there. So that might be a problem. Their ego knows no bounds. Pretty much. Right, this is a problem. Because, like... Can I just run past him? Bro, I'm so fucking lucky, it's crazy. Why is there like an army of hollows behind me? Where the fuck did those hollows come from? Oh, it's the... Okay, well, we're cooked. I didn't know her boss fight activated again. Alright. I don't know how the fuck I pulled that off, dude. We're just gonna take it, dude. Ah, fuck me, bro. That was so bad. Man, the painted world is really not my section of the game. Like, that's where everything goes to shit. Alright, now we gotta fight Nito. And there's another problem here with Nito. Nito can get stuck on a skeleton. And that happened to me last time. How is the story in Silent Hill 1 compared to Silent Hill 2? It's... Like, the story of Silent Hill 1 is good, but it's not as good as Silent Hill 2. The appeal, as in my opinion, the appeal of Silent Hill 1 comes from how weird the game is. Like, the PlayStation 1 graphics, the atmosphere is like very like you're playing a found footage video game. Like, you found it somewhere, you know, at a gas station or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, you feel like you shouldn't be playing this game. Like, it's forbidden or something. Like, maybe I'm like glazing it too much, but that's the feeling I got from the game. Like, those PS1 graphics and how unique the game like uses sound, and just I can look past the jank of that game because of shit like that. You know, I acknowledge the jank, and I know the game is janky as fuck, but I also think that artistically it's a big accomplishment. Especially for the PS1. Like, that shit came out on the PS1, dude. Okay. All good. Okay, he didn't get stuck on the skeleton. So we're fine. That can happen though, and it's very annoying. Okay. Hey, we got the easiest bosses left, but the toughest running sections in the game. Well, not really, but you know. Like all of these bosses are a one-shot. We just one-shot all of them. So like comparing and checking the rings. And I'm still not nervous. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm like desensitized to this run at this point. Like to the point where I don't give a shit anymore. Yeah, lucky charm. Even though you were here for the past 3 streams and I was not lucky. But yeah. I'm gonna take this nice and slow. Going down this fucking geometry. Oh, it was your twin. Alright, okay. Gotcha. So there's a GeoArt 16. Maybe a GeoArt 14. Alright, here's the thing right now. This skeleton up here actually shoots arrows. Even though I have all these rings on. Okay. Okay, we don't need RTSR here. It's clear. His fucking health bar didn't even like get a chance to appear on the screen. Because we fucking one-shot him so bad. It's funny. Okay, we have 6 black firebombs. It's pretty good. Okay. And then we visit this, like, weirdo.
Thank you.
God, that was gonna follow me. Okay. See, this skip right here, I'm actually not very good at. So you're like supposed to aim like that. And then... Oh, okay. There we go. And then you can skip all the way down into this area. And then we aim here. We aim here. Okay. And see, these doors open even though there's no one inside. Like, we killed all the enemies, but it's still, they're still open. And you kill these fucking dogs. Yeah, must be ghosts. I remember getting hit the Capra Demon a few runs ago. Not today. Not today. Now, this is a problem though, because we don't have enough fire bombs to kill this. What the fuck? Did you see that? It's like the firebomb completely missed. That's a problem. Oh, you can actually... Oh, he doesn't actually aggro. Okay. No, I'm gonna explain it to you. Hold on. The reason the two dogs didn't aggro is because we have these two rings right here. This one makes you half invisible, and this one nullifies the sound of your footsteps. So with these two, like, combo, the dogs don't aggro. So yeah. But yeah, there's this enemy right here, and it's so hard to fucking hit with a firebomb. Because you look... Okay, he's gone. Pretty sure he's gone. Okay, we're just gonna set up our TSR here. Okay. Classic DS1 hitbox. You know, the arrow just stays in the air right here. Classic. Surely they'll fix it in the remake. This fucking lineup. And the problem is, we don't have a black firebomb. I don't think that matters though. Yeah, he dies instantly. Do you ever get that feeling in your ears that like they're about to pop, but they never pop? I'm having that right now and I can hear myself in my head like talking. It's very annoying. Actually, I'm gonna do... The fuck? That went through his head. Okay. And then we do a little skip here. Like that. Okay. Sometimes when I sneeze too hard, I lose my balance. What the fuck? That's so weird. I've never heard of that. Man, I'm trying to fix this fucking ear and it's not working. Alright, final boss. Gmid. Because he is mid. I need to hit one parry. That's all I need to do. I need to hit one parry and the run is over. Well, we gotta build our TSR first. By sliding down this slope. Because geometry in DS1 is very weird, like you can slide down this like slope to remove your HP. And there are other spots in the game where you can do this. I just hope I don't kill myself here. Pretty bad. Actually, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but it's such a powerful item. Bro, why am I not getting it? There we go. See, I'm like... I'm like actually afraid of walking around. Because if I take fall damage right now, I'm gonna fucking die. Okay. GG. Woof. Damn, dude. Let's fucking go. Honestly, that parry to me felt a bit early, but I'm not gonna question it. Thanks for the bits, Lily. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. There it is. I think those are DS1 all bosses. I don't know if we missed one. Imagine if we missed a boss somewhere. I'd fucking kill myself. There's no way we missed a boss. I refuse to believe it. Yeah, there's no way we missed a boss. Like, you can see 26. 26 is the number of bosses in DS1. Yo, Ukulele, how's it going, dude? You what? You weren't here. Right. Man, I can finally relax. And do something else. Dude, that fucking Priscilla section was so bad. Yeah, the double Sanctuary Guardian, sure. Yeah. Got fucking ONS Quadro. Fucking 4 ONS. Yeah. That's in the game. Anyways, let's stop wasting time. So the save file is 2 hours 56, and I fucking stalled. We were like talking a lot. So this is usually 2 hours 45. Like, or 2 hours 50.